I gotta be direct to you. What's the purpose of recording younger men?
Alright, so basically you're in a restaurant.
A mall bathroom, a day spa, an online meetup, a quiet neighborhood home. In each case, someone was lurking where they shouldn't have been. Before long, these four creeps would each find themselves face to face with police. Officers responded to the Great Lakes Mall in Mentor, Ohio, after witnesses reported suspicious behavior involving 33-year-old Joshua near the men's bathroom. And on December 30th, 2025, a father's concern drew the full attention of police.
Copy. And he was following young men to the bathroom and recording them?
Per our cop, yes.
Copy. How's it going? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So, hey, you're not gonna delete anything.
No.
Stop. Give me your phone. What's going on?
Nothing.
Are you trying to delete something?
No, I'm heading on my way out.
You're on your way
Can I
out?
record this?
I'm getting it recorded right now. What I'm telling you is, I have reasonable suspicion you're trying to delete something right now. You went to put your phone away and you're trying to put it away. Do you have an ID on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can give you my name. It's not a traffic stop, so I just legally have to give you my name, right?
Correct. You're absolutely correct. It would be it'd be easy for me to find you in the system if I have your ID.
That's fine. I just want to
Okay.
get clear on
How about this? I'll just set your phone over here. We'll come over here. We'll talk. I'm just
what it's about.
Yeah. I'm gonna ID you. Okay.
Yeah.
Six space. I'm talking to him now. We had a call that you were standing outside the bathroom with your camera open and following young men into the bathroom and recording them. Is that true?
I've had a bit of a cold.
Okay.
And it may be true a little bit. Yeah.
It's a little true? Okay. So were you trying to delete stuff just now from your phone?
No.
Because you went to put your phone away and then you took it back out, realizing that you should probably delete stuff. That sounds about right?
Well, one, it's a police interaction, so I can have my phone out, but
You can, but you see how...
yeah. Do you mind if we talk not in the?
Sure.
That's you can take. Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Somebody make contact
Near the
with our
entrance is
caller.
fine. I'm not gonna I'm not because an accident. It's not in the middle of the food court. It's just.
Yeah, where do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm walking in now.
How about sort of like that?
Six space, I have eyes on the
straight the other
caller
side.
as well. Yeah, you go over there. Let's go over there. You have any weapons on you?
No.
Okay. Let's go over here.
My coat, I got gloves and coat.
I'll pat you down. We're over here.
What began as a suspicious behavior call inside the Great Lakes Mall was already shifting in a different direction. Officers soon focused on Joshua's cell phone and the allegations tied to it.
So we can talk here?
Yeah.
Okay. When you had your phone out, what were you looking to do?
I don't know. I just sometimes have it out a lot. It's definitely a problem.
Okay.
I'm not trying to make people be uncomfortable, and I don't want to be that person for sure. And I'm sorry if that's the situation that happened. That's obviously never anyone's intention.
I got to be direct to you. What's the purpose of recording younger men?
I couldn't even. I couldn't say.
You couldn't explain. Okay. When you recorded the younger kids going into the bathroom, were you actually watching them use the restrooms and the facilities?
No,
So when we look at your phone and we look through it, what's that going to show me?
probably what you're describing.
Which part?
Of other individuals.
Okay. Is it going to show their
Possibly.
Possibly. How old do you think those people are?
I couldn't say.
Okay. Gotcha. Can you open your phone and can I look through it?
If I refuse,
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you a question.
I'm just asking what happens if I say no.
I'm just asking you a question. It's a simple yes or no.
Okay, why? I just want to understand the steps involved, right?
What's your name?
Josh.
Josh.
Yeah.
Can I
Do that real quick.
I ran it.
I don't know if they got it.
No? They gave me a free guy.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. I heard my name was
Yes.
right. Yeah.
By that point, investigators were no longer relying solely on witness statements. Joshua's own answers had already shifted the focus toward the contents of his cell phone.
Josh,
Yeah.
will you open your phone and allow me to look through it? Yes or no?
If I say no, what happens?
It's a yes or no question, Josh.
I understand that, but I'd like to understand what is the next steps. I understand for you that it's obviously easier if I say yes.
Okay.
I understand I, of course, have the right to say no. But what I'd like to understand is what happens if, obviously, if I say yes, it's unlocked. You look whatever you're going to do, you see whatever you're going to see.
Okay.
If I say no, what happens next?
Okay. So, Josh, I'm going to read you your Miranda rights, okay?
Okay.
You understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay. Are you willing to speak to me?
Yes.
Okay.
The father's statement painted a more troubling picture for investigators. What first appeared to be unusual behavior now allegedly involved repeated encounters inside the bathroom.
Eric, come over here. We'll talk. All right. So tell me what you saw.
All right, so we got here about 12:20, 12:30. I got my oldest right there and my youngest.
Right.
We went in the restroom. He bolted in behind my
Was he
youngest.
sitting like...
He's been hanging out right over there by the
All right.
entrance. And okay. I work in the DD field, so I was like, what's going on? So my oldest is across, in that divide there. He's using the urinal. I walk around the corner. He's got his phone with his little dinger there, and he's 45, like at my kid.
So when you look at his phone, you can clearly see...
It looked like there was a camera app when he was walking out. I didn't see any picture, but it looked like he had a camera app.
It looked like it, or did he...
It appeared. I wasn't close enough. But you don't stand at a urinal like this, especially right next to a child. Okay, so all right, maybe that's a one-off.
I'm trying to think. Is there a partition?
No.
No. So he's at the urinal with the phone
On the right
and
side.
your son is next
He's
to
at
him.
the second from the right. Okay.
And then
Maybe that's a
you
one-off.
saw.
He bolted out. Just awkward behavior.
But like when you walked in, you saw it.
Yeah.
He just walked away like he wasn't urinating or
He
nothing.
kind of feigned like he was the first time.
But like he had the phone in his hand.
He's just standing there angled.
Did you do like
away
a
from
fake
the
shake?
urinal, yeah.
All right, and then your other son.
We went shopping. I said, okay, whatever. Like I'm uncomfortable with this, so I want to address it. But I'm like, whatever. What can you do?
Right.
So we went shopping a couple places. Came back through. I saw he was still posted there. So I asked my youngest. I go, hey, he couldn't see us because we came from this side.
Right.
So hey, go in the bathroom. Go in the bathroom for me if you want. He's like giving me a no, I don't want to. Go try. And sure enough, as soon as he sees me, he bolts up, he's walking in there. My youngest goes into the stall. That's how he pees. He just likes to sit on the stall. He's just aloof in there, like, what am I doing?
So you went in then the second time.
Behind him.
And he's just standing like...
And he followed him in.
But he was just kind of like luring like...
He's just loitering at that point. He saw me, and then he feigned going like, oh. And the whole time you're using the toilet, you're going...
So,
you never unzipped your pants. You never...
Wait. So he's at the urinal.
The second time, yeah.
But he's looking back.
After he saw me.
It was a phone in his hand, too?
Carried the phone in, yeah, on his little dongle or whatever.
All right.
It could be nothing, but dude.
Can I get a... Well, you said 2 times he's gone in there.
Oh, well, yeah, he followed
The one... Well, that is very suspicious that your kid's in the stall and he's just walking around, looking around with a phone in his hand.
Yeah.
Can I get a statement from you of everything that happened?
Sure.
And then when you saw the phone, though, you saw the camera app open.
I did.
And he was standing... So he was standing like this?
Well, I saw the camera app when he was walking out, and it was looking like it was following the tiles. I didn't see him.
But he was standing next to your son as your son was... Right. But as your son was actively
urinating.
peeing.
The first one, yes.
And then you went in there just to see your son because he walked in there,
I
right?
always follow my children.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let me get a statement from you real quick. And then let me go talk to them and see what they got going on. And I got my boss coming here. How many other kids do you think went in the bathroom?
There was another 2. They were teenage, 2 young adult.
But every time he went in,
Yeah, he came back in to check if I was still in there with him, and I blew my nose all of a sudden.
Wait. So while he was still in the urinal, you walked out?
When he was in the stall, my youngest.
Right.
Yeah, the first time
You walked out and then went back just to see what he would do?
No, I stayed in there. He left, and then he came back in again.
All right. So let me just
up by the bathroom.
All right. So first time your son goes in, he's next to him, phone at an angle, app on. You go through, so then you tell your other son go in there. He goes in the stall. He's just loitering like he's peeing again.
And then he
but the
saw
phone's
me
in
and
his
he went
hand.
to the urinal.
Oh, he saw you.
Yeah,
then,
he was just sitting around.
So then,
what, in the stall. What do I do? I don't know.
When did he fake like he was blowing his nose?
He came back in after my son had not come out of the stall because he was just sitting at the urinal for, I don't know, a minute, doing the backwards check. And then he left, and then he still wasn't done trying, going to the bathroom in the stall.
But you never unzipped his...
No.
You never just stood at the urinal.
Obviously people don't flush all the time. It just, again, I work in social services. I'm a case manager.
Right.
And yeah, I'm not saying it's anything.
Well, no, that's definitely weird. Did he say anything to your son?
I didn't know this.
Did you ask your son if he...
I was just around the corner, but the gentleman in the blue coat, and you were in the restroom, did he say anything to you while you were peeing?
No.
No? Did anything seem off to you?
Did you see his phone or anything in his hand?
Nope.
No?
Nothing. But then again, I was only paying attention.
Well,
So I wouldn't pay attention.
well, that's what, people usually do.
Yeah.
Cool. Did he admit to it? All right. Easy enough. He got his phone?
We got his phone.
All right.
He admitted to it. Said it was his personal pleasure.
All right.
Good job on your part.
You ever fill one of these out before?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean,
All right.
again.
Your name, basically, just put your son, his age. You don't have to put everything. That he went to the bathroom, you walked in, you observed him with the phone at the urinal, came back, your other son, just basically what you told me. All right?
Sounds good, brother.
Hey, that was a good job, though.
Joshua was taken into custody after officers secured witness statements and cell phone evidence connected to the case. He was initially charged with voyeurism, but authorities later confirmed that the investigation was expanded after additional digital evidence was allegedly discovered during a forensic review of the device. Months after the arrest, a grand jury indictment saw the case against Joshua go beyond the original mall incident, adding multiple felony allegations tied to separate incidents investigators claimed occurred between June and November of 2025. Joshua later appeared in court as the investigation continued. Following the case, the Mentor Police Department reminded parents to remain aware of their surroundings inside public bathrooms. Here's another disturbing complaint that unfolded elsewhere. This time, Hector would draw police to a local day spa after allegations surfaced inside the business. A vacation stop at the Botanica Day Spa in Clearwater, Florida, took an unsettling turn after a client reported some creepy conduct during a massage appointment. When officers responded on December 29, 2024, the disturbing details of the allegation started to emerge.
In that place, and they make you sign this big thing, like, no sexual innuendos, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I go in there, I get a massage from this dude, and at the very end, he, accidentally touches my I'm like, all right, whatever. I hated that. He probably hated that. And he, keeps touching my I'm like, it's really weird. And then I, feel him suck. So I open my eyes. I look at him. I'm just like, hey, whoa, whoa. And then he was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
While officers pieced together the allegation, the complainant remained focused on DNA evidence. The investigation was already beginning to shift.
And so, could you, but then the front office people were talking about, if it had happened, we would check with him, all this, that, and the third about, had this allegedly had happened. And so I would want to, swab my dick or whatever for his DNA. I don't, how do you handle something like that? Because, that's assault and a breach of contract and weird. And so, obviously I didn't ask.
Yeah. What do you say? Okay.
He didn't say anything. He just had touched my and then had continued touching my. and then started my, and then I like shot up and was like, hey dude, like stop.
It's kind of wild. Do you have an ID on you?
Yeah.
You visiting here?
Yeah, we're just on vacation, you know, like getting massages with my siblings. None of my other siblings had this experience with any of their people.
You guys all went? Like
Yes.
a bunch of you? Okay.
Yeah, and the dude's name is Hector, the guy, the masseuse. So yeah.
Do you know what this guy's name was?
Yeah, Hector.
Oh, Hector, sorry.
You're good. And they said he had been working there for a while, and like, they never got complaints of that. But I mean, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Just go back to the family. I'll be right back. I'm gonna make some phone calls and then see what we're gonna do.
All right. Yeah, but yeah, I do want to get some DNA evidence on it because right now it's
Well,
all
yeah,
he said, she said.
I gotta figure out
right,
how
thank
we
you.
can go about that. Yeah.
Inside the spa, employees struggled to process the allegation against Hector, describing him as a longtime massage therapist without prior complaints.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Is Hector here?
He's home for the day. He closed at 3, so I think he's out.
Okay. Do you know where he lives at? Okay. Do you know Hector's last name?
Does he have a car? Because there's still some cars out back.
We don't park here. We actually park across the spa area for staff. We also have we have other staff who live here or who work here.
And you don't know his address?
I don't. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, we have obviously work for a client profile for him. We don't have information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is he an employee that, are you guys like subcontract, like you have your own clientele, other places, and then you come in and you... We're not 1099s. You're not 1099s? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I wish I could give you more information. I'm not the director. She's not here today, so she would know all
No, you
that
gave us
information.
plenty. You gave us plenty. That's
Okay.
good. When's his next day scheduled to work?
Not until after the New Year.
Not until after New Year's?
I think the next day would be Thursday. Let me check my schedule here. Yeah, next day would be Thursday.
This Thursday? Okay.
The next Thursday.
Yeah.
This week, Thursday. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Smells really nice.
You too.
It smells soothing.
It does. What do you think?
It'll be really, really
I'll see
quick.
you next year, girl. You're totally fine.
All right. So, what's your name?
My name's
Do you have your ID with you?
Yeah, I should. What was that? Okay, yeah. Homeless people over there, they're always like, have someone prepared before you walk across the street alone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there was someone pooped over there yesterday, so always be careful. There's quite a paper action, but all good.
All right. So, this guy comes in to get what service did he?
We had a massage today. It was booked with a couple of friends or family or something like that. Yeah, but he came out alleging that there was inappropriate activity, so I asked for more details. They were kind of giggling and laughing, telling me about it, which I thought was kind of odd, but I was like, obviously if that is what occurred, like that's not up to our policies. And I did talk to Hector about it, and he said, no, nothing like that happened. There was like, you seemed to be excited during the massage. I asked if everything was okay. The massage went as planned, and then he stayed through the whole session, and that was that. They checked out and then came back in and told me this information, which I thought was a little odd, but
he goes into the room with Hector by himself.
Yeah, all the massage rooms are
So he
private.
goes in with Hector by himself, and then how long is his massage for?
80 minutes.
So it's 80 minutes. And so he stays through the whole session. He comes out and says to you...
Yeah, they checked out. And
so they check out, he paid.
Yeah, they had gift certificates, so one of the group came to be like the liaison for here's what we're doing for the gift cards and the tip and all of that, and then came up and told me the information, and I was like, hold tight 1 minute, let me get these people checked in and checked out.
Did the client tell you himself, or was it...
Yes.
So tell me, as close to what he said, and that you
He
can
said
remember.
he tried to my exact verbiage, in fact, and I said, whoa, are you sure?
Okay.
Yeah. which is super odd because we've been around for 30 years and never had an issue. Hector's worked here for 10. I've worked with him personally for 5, and I've never had anything like that even be alleged here. So thought it was kind of odd. So asked for more information. Didn't really get much besides that he then changed and said that he did. And I was like, are you sure about that? And he was like, no, yeah, you for sure. I said, that's really crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that, you know. Obviously, I called my manager. She is at her other job today, I believe, so I sent her an email with all the information, shot her a text saying, hey, check your email in the morning, something for you to handle. Enjoy your day off if you're having one, but deal with this in the morning. And I told them same thing, like, I wish there was more I could do for you, but I'm just run-of-the-mill front desk. I have no upper management. We'll obviously get your gift card refunded, but, you know, that all has to go through upper end. So, yeah, kind of told them hang tight and wait for a call, but so sorry if that is what happened. It just seems, not to say I don't believe them, and I told him that as well. So not to say I don't believe you at all, because that's not the case, but it seems highly unlikely, so I am really sorry if that is what happened, but yeah.
But when he came out, was he upset, like, I need to talk to somebody right now, or was it like, hey,
no, he came out and like went over to the table with the people. I don't know if they came outside or went in. We had a bunch of people checking in and out, and then came up and told me and just kind of whispered it to me and was like, yeah. And that was it. He didn't seem to. So
he did try to exercise discretion. It wasn't like, holy shit, this guy's my dick.
No, just came over and told me and was like, hey, just so you know. And I said, oh, that's really weird. And he kind of like laughed about it. And then they came outside and then came back in to like give me more details. And I said, hold tight 1 sec. I'll come outside and talk to you because there's other people around.
Right,
obviously.
So you came outside.
Yeah, and we spoke right over here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really very bizarre, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it just seemed a little off to me. If I'm giving you my opinion, obviously I'm not a psychologist, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it seemed a little bit weird.
Everybody doesn't react the same. Some people are giddy or gigglish about it, and others are
There's nervous
outraged.
Laughter. Exactly.
Correct.
Like we had an incident once with a technician being sexually assaulted, and she was over the top, you know, like very stressed. So I've seen that happen before, and that was, you know, via a client, but that's really my only experience with it. So I was like, this is really what I expected, and also it's kind of, story was one, story was another, so I'm like, okay, well, let me get your details.
Did you mention anything to Hector about it?
Yeah, I asked him, I said, what happened during the service? And he said, nothing, it was just the regular massage. I asked him if everything was okay during it. He seemed like everything was fine. I mean, what's going on? And I was like, well, there was an allegation, so I just wanted to check with you. And then he was like, wait, what? And he was kind of stressed out, but had another service to go to, and then headed out for the day, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was checking people out when he left for the day, so I didn't have a chance to talk to him.
And he didn't say whether or not the guy seemed overly excited during, because
he did mention that he was like, the only thing was, I mean, he definitely was erect during the service, but I asked him if everything was okay, and it seemed fine, which, I mean, and you know, that happens pretty often during a massage, so we're not, you know, any stranger to it. You're draped modestly, so we're like,
yeah,
have as much excitement under that drape as you want,
under the drape.
Under the drape. Right, you got that right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me know.
If you're looking at my information for here, it's probably under the last name. I got married this year. I haven't had a chance to actually change my last name officially, but I go by that unofficially.
Well, until you change it, it's going to be with that.
Just in case you call here and they give you the name.
All right. I wrote it, and I'm dyslexic.
Girl,
and tired.
I'm giving people numbers. I'm like, yeah, don't listen to the last few. I don't know what I said. I feel you. It's been a busy season, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, absolutely. Are you working tomorrow, Thursday? You come back Thursday?
Come back Thursday as well.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
Of course, have a great day.
You too. Did you get a hold of him? Oh, perfect. So she said that he came out, they checked out with a gift certificate, the group, and then he came over and was like, hey, just so you know, the masseuse, he tried to suck my
Hector eventually returned to explain his version of the appointment, but his explanation only deepened the discomfort surrounding the investigation.
Do you have an ID on you, Hector? Thank you so much.
Yeah. Dang.
And you are?
I'm his friend.
Okay.
He's just nervous and would like a friend to...
Understandable.
He gets nervous too, that's why I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
yeah, so
I can't do it without her.
Because, you know, I needed to come and see what's going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's exactly where we're going.
Does she know she has a rip in her arm?
Yeah, that happened with the last one, but they have to fix it.
All right, Hector, can you explain to me what happened your side? That's all I really need to hear.
Okay, so my client, he was complaining about, he plays basketball, so complains about tightness on his legs and cramps back here. Yeah. So of course I'm going to work all of the muscles of the legs, even the attachments of the hamstrings, which are like right here on the butt. So I have to go like this, right? Then the attachments right here. So I have to put my elbow right there and also shake it to help release it. Yeah. You know. The guy, when he turned over, I noticed that he had I think he was I don't know if he was just like, you know, that's the way he is. Yeah. So I was like, okay, what do I do? I'll keep doing the massage, you know, because I've never had this experience before. I'm just starting my 9th year of employment here. Yep. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm not going to worry about it. So when I was doing the attachments right here on the quads, I did this, and I did that a couple of times, but I didn't think that would be a problem.
And then what did he do?
I said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm fine," but he didn't say anything else.
Did you think that he was uncomfortable with that, or did you have to move his? And it was just felt like you needed to say something. Okay.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything.
And
he made no reference to it.
And I just said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah, that's fine."
And so why did you think you had to say if you asked if he was okay?
Because I noticed that I think he had like or unless he was just like, you know.
Oh, so you saw it and you asked, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
I didn't know if he like made any kind of gesture or something.
No,
okay.
I mean, we finished because we had like 5 more minutes of the massage when I was working right here on the upper attachments of the legs. So, you know, I just decided to ignore it because I never had an issue like that.
Yeah. Did he say anything to you before the massage was over, before he left, or?
No. When he left, I was standing on the door, like on the hallway. So he just like walked through. Okay. I asked him if he wanted water, and he said no.
Okay. It's real dark in that room.
We keep it dark.
Okay. And he had underwear on?
He had underwear on.
He had underwear on? Okay. At no point he took his underwear off?
Huh?
At no point he took his underwear off?
I'm sorry?
At no point did he take his underwear off? Okay.
No, because we always tell them undress to your level of comfort.
Okay, yeah. And at no point did you ever put your mouth on his?
No.
Okay, so there'd be no way that...
Yeah, I'm not going to risk my job.
No, I totally understand. I understand. And maybe that he was probably just uncomfortable, or maybe he didn't know how to deal with kind of what was going on.
Right.
But that is his plan.
Okay.
Because that's what happened. And you know that didn't happen.
I know that didn't happen.
Okay.
I mean, if he felt offended because I did this,
okay.
I had to do my job.
Is there any way, since if the easiest way for me to clear this entire situation is to get a buccal swab of your DNA?
Okay.
So that way, there's no, we find DNA on there, it's not yours, it's fine, and you're completely absolved.
Okay.
Right? And his story would obviously break down completely.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the buccal swab. Do you mind?
Hold on one second.
Okay, go.
So let me just ask some clarifying things, right? So did you know he was your client prior to today? Is this your first time ever meeting him? First time meeting him. He booked a service for how long, and what was the service?
It was a massage, 80 minutes. He didn't book it. From what I know, it was his grandmother. She booked 4 massages for her 3 grandsons and 1 granddaughter.
Okay, so it's a family thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and so when they come into the room, are the lights up or down?
They're up.
The lights are up, and
the
then
lights go down when we start the massage.
So when you left, do you stay in the room while they undress, or do you leave the room?
We leave the room, and then we just knock on the door when I'm ready to come in.
Okay, and when you entered the room, was he on his stomach, his back?
Face down.
He was face down. You start the service is face down.
Yeah.
And then he has a blanket, towel, or whatever on his lower body.
A blanket A sheet and a
just
blanket cover all of it.
Sheet and blanket.
Uh-huh.
So then when he rolls from back to front, do you try to cover the midsection as he turns, or does okay?
When they turning, yeah, we hold the sheet and the blanket like this.
Yeah.
And then they're turning.
Okay. And then you lay it back down flat.
Yeah.
And that's when you saw that he was erect. Okay. And so at no point in time do you put your hand under, you go under the blanket, but you don't put your hand in his underwear.
No.
Okay, but you do go under the blanket to get to the pockets of the. When you're going into this area of his groin, do you take the blanket and drape it in a way so that his midsection is not exposed?
Yeah, we have to go like this or like this.
And tuck it under the thighs? Okay. And then that's when you get in there and you're doing your business with the
with the forearm.
kneading in there with the forearm. Okay. So then after the service was complete, did you turn the lights back up and then exit the room?
No, the lights stay off. Dim.
Dim?
When we leave the room.
Oh, you leave the room.
They were dim. No, they're dim, but I mean, it's very low.
They were dim.
Yeah, their lights are not off.
Okay. So when you leave the room, the lights are how they are, and then he comes out on his own, or do you go back to go get him?
No, they come out of their own.
They came out on his own. Okay. Okay. And he seemed perfectly fine. Didn't seem upset. Did he say anything about thank you for your service?
No, he didn't say anything.
Was too hard or nothing. Okay. All right.
And has this ever happened?
No.
Now you go get your.
I mean, what I
know
mean.
that's why I wanted to clarify. He's never had a massage, so he doesn't know how it works.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to get one. But no, what I meant was, I shouldn't interrupt.
No,
but
you should not.
I shouldn't? Oh, okay. I was going to ask if you ever had.
Ask him later.
Oh, okay.
No, I never had this situation happen to me before. Because I would say 95% of my clients are female.
Yeah, the majority of the time that I've gotten services, I used to prefer to have a male, only because my knots I'm so tight all the time. It seems like a man's hands are bigger to get in there. But someone gifted me a massage with this tiny little girl, and her hands had to be the size of a toddler. But when I tell you, she got out the knot and I said, I have a new respect. Yeah. I said, I'm so sorry I ever misjudged women. I felt like such.
My little masseur, not here. I can't afford this place. She uses her elbow.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, I don't know what she was doing, but I said I have a newfound respect for you tiny little people and your tiny little fingers. And then the last few that I've had have been female. But yeah, I was so surprised. I was like, she has the hands of a 10-year-old. And I walked out of there like I had come from the chiropractor.
Yeah.
That's how. So I guess I say that to say it doesn't matter the size of your hands or how big or strong you are. If your fingers are nimble and you can do wonders. It was amazing.
I'm just gonna get on the inside of your cheeks, okay?
Okay.
And we totally appreciate you coming up here.
Yeah, this is gonna make it so much easier on us. You do one more. Just get ready. Thank you so much. Yeah, but just based on his claims, this will just immediately rule it out. And
okay.
Then, you know.
Do you want to provide him with a report number?
Yes. I can't be around her. She makes me nervous.
Yeah, there's a learning curve in every job. He's doing fine. At least he cares. Well, I was afraid we were going to thunderstorm, so that's why I came back from the hospital.
Are you from Florida?
Well, I was born and raised in Guatemala, but I've been in Florida in Miami for 8 years, and then in this area for 9.
All right, here's the report number. That's my name, Officer Dressman, and then this is the department phone number if you have any questions, okay?
Okay.
But that's it.
So what do I do now?
Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, if you're...
They'll be in contact with you if there's any further follow-up.
Whatever we find, but, you know, this kind of thing happens and people, you know, don't know what's going on. We'll figure it out. That's what all this is for. All right?
Yes, thank
Do you have any questions for us?
No.
All right.
I guess not. Yeah.
And we've got a good address for you, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for coming back. We appreciate that. Thanks for bringing him.
What had started as conflicting accounts was slowly becoming a forensic investigation. After collecting Hector's DNA sample, detectives continued quietly building the case over the following weeks. On February 7th, 2025, officers informed him they now had enough evidence to move forward with an arrest.
Hey, Hector. Hi, it's Detective Rogers. You remember me from before?
I do, yeah.
Hey, I know you wanted to talk to an attorney. You never really got back with me.
They never did?
No, so...
Okay. Yeah, I do have her card. She said she was going to get in touch with you, and I gave them the number of the file and all that stuff.
Okay.
Do you need her card?
Yeah, could you get that for me?
Yes. So it's this one right here. It's from Carson Meissner.
Okay.
And it's Viviana. I'm gonna email her too because, as I said, I hired her at the beginning of January.
Okay.
And I've been reaching out like almost every couple of weeks saying, have you heard anything from them?
Reaching out to her to see if she's heard anything from me?
Yeah.
Well, no one ever told me who she was, so I couldn't call her.
Oh.
Because you said you were getting an attorney, but then you never told me who the attorney was.
Okay.
You understand, like I can't call someone down or they don't exist.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't know I had to tell you because she said that she was going to reach out to you personally.
Oh, yeah, no, she never did that. So just so you know, we obviously got back the results of that task.
Yeah.
All right, so with the evidence that's there, we do have PC for your arrest.
Okay.
So if you want to step out, we want to take you in so that you can get processed, and then that'll push the process along.
Okay. Yeah, do you mind if I make a call?
As long as we can come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. How are you? Listen, the detective, Detective Rodriguez is here at my home right now. They said that they never heard back from Deviana because of my case, and they are here right now to arrest me and take me in right now. So if you can let Deviana know about it.
Okay. You have anything else on you, Hector?
No.
No. This is just your phone?
My phone.
Nothing in your socks, right?
No.
I mean, you don't look like the type of person that if you had any drugs on you and you introduce it to the jail, it's going to be a different charge. So you have nothing at all?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Now, I'll lock the door here. You can make sure I do it right. You lock the top and the bottom?
No, just the top is fine. Just the top. If you open
it, this one?
Yeah, just the bottom. You can just leave the lock.
And just lock the bottom?
Yeah.
Work number 1109 again, 1109.
Okay.
Can you spread your feet out, man, for me just for a little bit? Nothing else on you, right? Just making sure before you go in the back of the car.
Oh, that's high dose ibuprofen.
Yeah, I can't go with you, okay?
Okay, yeah, you can throw it away.
Okay.
Hector was taken into custody at the Pinellas County Jail. He was charged with one count tied to unlawful conduct during a spa appointment. Investigators later secured forensic evidence connected to the allegation, and Hector was held on a $100,000 bond while the felony case proceeded through court. Authorities also confirmed he later surrendered his massage therapy license during disciplinary proceedings tied to the investigation. Months after his arrest, Hector pleaded guilty to felony misconduct tied to the Clearwater investigation. On April 23, 2026, he was sentenced to 5 years of supervised probation instead of prison time. This next case centers around a 28-year-old man named Rafael and some very suspicious texts with what he believed to be a teenager. However, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office Special Victims Unit was already waiting when Rafael arrived at the residence on October 6, 2024, where this undercover operation was about to reveal the truth.
He's not parking in the driveway. No, he's not. He's coming down the street. He's turning around. He's coming back up commercial.
Go ahead, move in, take him down.
By the time Rafael reached the neighborhood, investigators said the undercover operation was already watching his every move.
Hands up! Face the car. Keep against the car. Stop.
Investigators began comparing Rafael's explanations against the conversations already documented during the operation.
Rafael, will you stand up for me, please? Okay, you're gonna go over here, to the left, and walk around that corner into the first room to the right. Is there a chair in there for him, Kevin, or no?
No.
That chair.
Yes, sir. You Rafael? Yes. What's going on, Rafael? My name's Kevin. Sir, I'm a detective. I'm with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office. Obviously, things got kind of quick, so I appreciate your patience. We want to slow things down a little bit. So I thank you for waiting for a couple minutes. Basically, I think we all have some kind of idea why you're here. I have some questions for you about that, but I want to respect your rights. So before asking you questions, I'm going to read your Miranda and everything, okay? And with those in mind, are you okay talking to me now? Okay. I really appreciate that because what I see a lot of times is on one side of the story, right? And I like to hear your side of the story. I think that's the most fair way to go about everything that I do. Before we get started, I just want to make sure I got all your information correct. And so you're, what, 26? 28? I'm not the best at that, man. You go to school? No. No? Working? Yeah. What do you do for? Walmart. Walmart? Yeah. All right. All right, man. Well, I guess how did we end up here today? No comment. No comment? Yeah. Yeah? I guess that's a big question for me. It just seems like an odd place for you to show up in a house full of a bunch of cops. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can give you a little bit of background and correct me where I'm wrong. But my understanding is you were talking to someone today on that. Which app or which site were you talking on?
No app.
No app?
Text.
Text? Yeah. Okay. And who were you talking to?
Apparently police.
Police?
Yeah.
All right. Who did you think you were talking to?
Who knows? Who knows?
I'm sorry, my hearing's bad, man.
Who knows?
Who knows? Okay.
Could have been anybody.
What kind of stuff did you talk about?
Just everything. Range. We got coke stabbing. Bullets. Apparently you basically. Yeah, some incriminating evidence.
Yeah.
By that point in the interview, detectives appeared less focused on whether Rafael sent the messages and more focused on how he intended to explain them.
Coke stabbing, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you're coaxed into saying things that you said?
Texted. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of things did they say to coax you into saying those things?
Just keep incriminating. Just keep prying.
The person you're talking to?
Yeah.
Okay. Like what kind of stuff were they doing to pry you?
Just keep. What are we gonna do? Oh, is that it? Okay. Keep prying. And after that, no comment.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's probably not a surprise to you, but I obviously know what was said in those chats. I have the chat log, right? So at one point, I know that you texted that you were gonna, was it eat the, is that what you said? Yeah.
The Trump says, you know?
Like Trump says?
Yeah. All those immigrants, I'm an immigrant, I'm gonna eat cats.
You're gonna eat cats?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dogs, too.
And what did they say to coax you into saying that?
What are we gonna do?
And that made you want to say,
Yeah.
okay.
What Trump says.
Okay.
Yeah.
How old was the person that you were talking to?
He insinuated there were 15.
Okay. When you say insinuated, what do you mean?
They said.
They said they were 15?
Yeah.
Okay. So not just saying, well, I maybe not be. They said they were 15.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, I guess, what were you planning on doing once you got here?
Just hanging out, smoking, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoking.
Vape.
Vape? Okay. And the reason I ask these questions, man, is like, I can't make any guesses in my line of work, right? I don't want to make any assumptions. So there might be something that I read, or you might say you're smoking, and I want to understand what you mean by that, right? So I know vapes can have a whole lot of different things. Are you talking like nicotine or?
Yeah, vape. Nicotine.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
No? Okay.
I have some best person for me. I have medical cards as well.
Yeah. No good, no marijuana. It's not even illegal. Yeah. Even before it was, no one cared about it for a long time. What made you so nervous about showing up here?
This is the trap, man. This is the trappest house I've ever seen. You pull up to a random spot with what I have, you get blasted. Just see my gold chain, my watch.
Yeah. You're worried about getting robbed?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like, I'll be honest, like most people, when they're showing up for dates or whatever, they're not like just hanging out. They're not running laps around the neighborhood. They're not parking out front for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, if they're showing up to the date, they show up to the date.
Yeah. And then when the person shows up to the date, usually goes out to say hello or
yeah,
normal.
Even after comparing the situation to a Chris Hansen-style sting during the chats, Rafael still arrived at the residence investigators had arranged.
And I know in the chats you were talking about like Chris Hansen. Tell me about that.
The guy. Chris Hansen. Did you see that cartoon?
The cartoon?
Boondocks.
No, I've heard of Boondocks, but
With the Booty Warrior.
no, I never really watched it.
I thought it was humorous.
Okay. So why were you worried that you were talking to like a Chris Hansen thing?
No comment.
No comment? Okay. Because I'll tell you what it seems to me is you seem really nervous that you were chatting with a 15-year-old. You're going to show up to a house to meet a 15-year-old and you're talking about eating kitty for a 15-year-old. You see how the totality of all that together makes it seem like you were coming here to engage in some kind of situation with a 15-year-old.
No comment. I was eating Trump and dogs. We came, I was just chill.
You think that's a reasonable story?
Not reasonable beyond belief, but acceptable.
So you think some part of that story is unreasonable?
Yeah.
Which part stands out as unreasonable to you?
The lawyers and the judge decide.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I know at one point, it wasn't just eating kitty, it was licking.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, some like cats as well.
Okay. What cats were you going to lick? What is that?
Street cats.
Street cats?
Random cats, yeah. This is a very ghetto place. There's cats all over the place.
You seen the
Right
ones
there? Yeah. Saw a couple down the street over there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm having trouble letting it story.
Yeah, me too.
Why? I'll be honest, like,
just walk in circles, man.
Say again?
I think we're just gonna walk in circles here.
Well, so here's the thing. Like, the reason I'm coming out and I'm talking to you about this stuff directly, right? Like, I could beat around the bush and I could pretend like we don't know what we know, right? And you can pretend like you don't know what you don't know.
Could we have this interview? Could I be on my way now?
So,
if we know what we know,
well, part of my job is to figure out how we got here, right?
you know exactly how we got here. Could
Well,
interview, could I be on my way?
I'm curious about your background.
You probably have it all off of my ID.
Well, I do have a good amount of background on you, right? Like I'm not completely ignorant. But I'm just wondering what in your past led you into texting with a 15-year-old today?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
The conversation soon shifted towards search warrants as detectives attempted to determine whether the chats were part of a larger pattern.
Because I'm just a dumb cop, man. I like to learn.
Me too.
I like to be enlightened.
Me too.
And I feel like talking to you today could teach me something.
No, I don't know how to teach you, brother. I'm sorry.
Well, I've always got something to teach. All right. So the phone that you were chatting on.
That's mine.
What's that?
That's mine.
It's your phone?
Yeah.
Where's that phone down?
It was in the car.
In the car?
I left it right there.
Okay.
Yeah, all of my keys.
So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get a search warrant for your car. All right. And then what I'm gonna do from there is I'm gonna get a search warrant for your phone.
Yeah.
Is there anything related to all this that I would find once I get into your phone?
No.
No? Other than the text messages?
Yeah, just a couple more. Pictures of mom, a couple videos I made with a couple girls, a couple flash pictures of us.
It's all pretty normal, to be honest. I get into people's phones basically on a weekly basis. And, part of the job, we have to review that stuff. If it's personal use, whatever, we don't care. My worry is, like, are there any photos of juveniles or anything on the phone? Okay. Is there going to be any evidence showing that you were talking with any other juveniles on the phone? No? Okay. Well, the quickest way I can get your phone back to you is if you give me the passcode for it.
It's 1724.
1724?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing to hide on me.
Okay, I appreciate that. Because what would happen otherwise, we still get into it. It just takes a long time, and you would not get that thing back for a very, very long time.
That happens.
Yeah.
I can do.
What kind of phone is it?
Samsung.
Samsung? Do you know the make?
E13.
13? Is that a Galaxy?
Yeah. One of the Galaxies.
Okay.
E13 or something.
It's a couple years old.
Yeah, like 2020, 2022.
Okay.
I got my laptop too, if you look in there too.
What's the passcode for the laptop?
1724 too.
What kind of laptop is it?
Gateway 2008.
Did you use a laptop to communicate with anyone?
No.
Have you ever in the past?
No. I'm just trying to speed the process along.
I hear you. We'll try to get you in as quick as we can. What's that?
Can I start dressing?
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
I'm not gonna call him.
When you get to make a call?
Call him up.
Well, right now there's a couple things basically that we have to do. Like I said, I didn't want to really push too fast without hearing from you. So there's a little bit of paperwork that we have to do. And then depending on whether it's approved or not, you might get booked into jail tonight, you might not. Right? So we got to run through that paperwork first.
I'm booked or not? I'm jail or no jail? Jail for sure.
It could be jail or no jail. That's what the paperwork's for. But it needs to go through an approval process. So I'm not going to say yes or no. I'll say in my experience, you're probably going to jail, right? Like but I'm not going to say 100% because that would be a lie. I don't know 100%. So at this point, we have to push through that paperwork. We got to get you transported, and then if you're getting booked in, you'll be able to make that phone call. If you're not getting booked in, I am seizing your phone. We're gonna have to find another phone to make your phone call. Okay.
Do you have any kids?
Yeah.
Where are they right now?
At home.
What's this home?
No, it's 7904 with their mom.
Oh, with their mom?
Yeah.
How old are they?
3 and 1.
What's mom's name?
Perla.
Perla?
Yeah.
What's your mom's name?
Yeah.
Are you still with Perla?
No.
How long have you guys been separated?
A year now?
A year?
8 months first.
You share custody?
No.
No? She have full custody?
Yeah.
Do you have a good contact number for Perla?
That's in my phone.
Okay. The reason being I have to do this directly with her. It's required of me whenever there's an investigation involving children. We're mandatory reporters, so we have to reach out and make sure all the kids surrounding you are safe. So, I think that's about all I got for now. Did you have any other questions?
No.
All right. Well,
Do you live with anyone?
My dad.
Your dad? That's it? There's nobody else in your home?
No.
I think that's about it. We're gonna knock this paperwork out. If you want to head back up here. Yes, sir.
1 second. Okay. Just grab this phone. Do you need water or anything?
Yeah, I think I need one this time.
You want some water? Let me see. Is there any water that you can have?
For you?
For him. You good?
Yeah, it went down the wrong hole.
One more? Do you have any medical problems?
No.
No?
I was just looking before.
By the later stages of the interview, investigators appeared less concerned with the messages themselves and more focused on the consequences now unfolding around Rafael.
Where did your dad think you were?
My friend Justin.
Your friend Justin?
Yeah, I'm Justin.
I can't hear you.
Jesse, yeah. My friend Jesse.
Justin?
Jesse.
Jesse?
I live right there next to Truman Middle School. My block is right here, like Truman Middle School is over here.
What's wrong with that?
I don't want to say that, but if they're on the registry, I think I might have to move it.
Okay.
This is, well, it's the very next block over here.
The registry?
In Truman,
For the
middle school.
Because you can't be within. Is that what that means? I don't know.
I don't know what the rules are.
Over the. Yeah. How often do you see your kids?
Every couple of days.
Every couple days? Is there like a custody agreement or no? You guys just she lets you see them? Yeah. You guys have a good relationship with her? I wouldn't say that. Lots of people who have done worse things see their kids. I can tell you that. Lots of people. I've seen it myself. There's lots of different things that can happen. I mean, not the end of the world right now, no? You didn't hurt anybody, right? It seems rough, but you didn't hurt anybody. So I've seen people who've hurt people, who've killed people, still see their kids, right? They didn't hurt anybody. They might be right, but it could be worse.
Rafael was taken into custody by the New Mexico Corrections Department. Investigators said the arrest followed an undercover operation in Bernalillo County, where Rafael allegedly arrived at an arranged meeting location after communicating online with someone posing as a teenager. Court records later showed Rafael accepted a plea agreement connected to the undercover investigation, and in January 2025, he was sentenced to 9 months behind bars and ordered to register following his release. Investigators later confirmed the case was part of Operation Overwatch, a multi-agency online investigation across New Mexico. In this next case, things escalate the moment deputies arrive at Christopher's home. Months after detectives began investigating alleged inappropriate online communications with a male juvenile, investigators believed they had gathered enough electronic evidence to move forward with an arrest. But when deputies arrived at Christopher's Florida residence on January 16, 2026, they weren't expecting a dangerous confrontation.
Okay, I guess he goes on that side of the house. I'm gonna say that's the back, that's gonna be the front. So just hang out here. What's the guy's name again? Christopher.
Who is it?
It's the Marion County Sheriff's Office. Christopher, is that you? I just gotta talk to you real quick.
About what?
I don't know, they sent me out here to ask you some questions. Did you want to open the door? What's that?
You don't have a warrant?
No, I don't have a warrant.
Yeah, rather not.
The traffic, you gotta speak up.
I said, you don't have a warrant, I'd rather not.
Okay, that's your choice. He's in there. He's in there, says he's not coming out. What's the name of the detective? He's inside but won't come out.
26, 64, 71. 4. So 19 at CT for human trafficking and other criminal purpose charges.
Hey Rivera, it's Deputy Macadoni. How you doing? Good. So I'm up here trying to pick up Christopher up in the north central zone. I spoke to him through the door. He doesn't want to come out, so I didn't know if you want us to hold it since we know he's inside. You guys get a warrant, or you want us to 10-8? Yeah. So he said, "Who is that?" It's Marion County Sheriff's Office. Christopher, you want to come out? He says, "Do you got a warrant?" I said, "No, sir." I said, "But do you want to come out and talk to me, Christopher?" He says, "No, not without a warrant." So, all right, 10-4. All right, bye. Yeah, bye. Hey, I just got the phone with the detective. Say it again? Oh, you're good. Anyway, we're gonna hold right here until he finds out whether or not they want to get a warrant since we know he's inside, and then we'll go from there. Okay.
Can I help you? I was like, what?
So they sent us out here. You're Christopher, right? And they just wanted me to contact you and see what was going on. So did you want to come out?
I didn't call y'all. Who called y'all?
I don't know. I'm not the detective. I just know that our detective would like to speak with you, so I'm just trying to get your information, get you out here so we can figure that out.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk.
You'd rather not talk? Huh?
No, please leave.
Can we leave?
Yes.
I gotta wait for my phone call from my supervisor. Once he gives me the okay, then I'll do that. All right.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. Am I being detained or am I free to go? Because if not, I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
Am I being detained?
Are you in handcuffs?
Huh?
Are you in handcuffs?
No. All right, I'm leaving. Y'all can stay if y'all want to.
Okay. He says he's gonna leave, so if he comes out of the house and wants to leave, we'll detain him then.
That's him?
That's him, according to my picture. So we'll see if he comes outside. Hang tight. 6-7, you trying to raise your 10-4? 8. Say again?
He said they said just keep down and keep him calm.
That's what I'm trying to do. I was gonna get to the door, but every time I go to walk up to the door, when he gets back inside, and slams it. So, but if I can get a hold of him,
I just don't want to
Yeah, no, you're good staying there because one of us will run to the other one. I will. You same though. I'm older than you, so. Hey, Sarge. Went to the detective. So I've spoke to him to the door, and then since then he's opened it twice. So I've got his face. He's definitely inside the house. Says he's not coming out. I can't get up to the door enough to grab a hold of him. Detective said I asked him if he wanted us to hold it while he gets a warrant or tell us to take it tonight, and he said he'd get back to me. So that's kind of where I'm at. Okay. I was about to say, yeah, why don't you call and let him know? All right, 10-4. Goodbye.
800 units to Fortune 6.
10-4. Who's this? Oh, sorry. Hey, it's McAdana, go ahead. Hey. Yeah, hang on, he's opening the door.
Deputies arrived at Christopher's residence expecting to carry out the arrest without incident. Instead, the situation inside the home rapidly turned into a violent struggle.
What's up?
I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Okay.
I'm not being detained, correct?
Are you in handcuffs right now? Are you in handcuffs right now? We just need to talk to you.
Huh?
We just want to talk to you. We can talk to you out here, or we can come up to you, whatever you're comfortable with.
About what?
Well, we can, let's talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, let's not play games.
No, because I don't trust. So what is we talking about?
Your car.
I really don't.
Your
I hate
car.
all disgusting diarrhea killer forms. So what do y'all want?
We need to talk about your car.
My car?
We got a report of a hit and run.
Are you serious?
And we need to talk about it, but I can't do it.
You lying. You lying.
Why would I lie?
Because you're a cop. That's what y'all do.
Okay.
Do my car look like it got hit?
That's why we got to talk to you, bud.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what it's about. Y'all can off. Please leave. Hey, no. Y'all lying y'all off. What is this really about?
We're being civil with you. You're the one being rude.
Who got hit? Who got hit? Tell me. You got a name?
It's for OPD. We're trying to help. We're trying to figure that out.
No,
it's for Ocala.
It's a separate agency.
Do you have your ID so we can talk to you out here?
You know what my name is. You just said it.
Okay. I know, but I have to talk to you, see your ID, get a statement from you.
You're starting to piss me off if I'm being real.
We're not trying to piss you off.
Would you about a hit and run? I know that's a goddamn lie. Why are y'all here?
To talk to you.
Why? Who got hit?
Christopher, why are you so upset?
Because y'all keep with me and I'm sick of y'all, like for real.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna ask you one more time. Why are y'all here?
I told you why.
Really? Really?
We're here to talk to you.
I just got stupid tattooed on my forehead. Why are y'all
Nobody's insulting you. Nobody's calling you stupid.
Y'all really came out for a who got hit? Look at my car. Where you see a scratch at? So I don't believe that. What are y'all doing here for real? Jesus Christ.
I come up to the door and talk with you instead of yelling?
You can come right there. Don't come a step closer. I swear to God.
Okay. I don't.
How to stay
Well, that's my partner.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, hey, look.
What do you want?
We're trying to figure out what. Don't come any closer. Okay. She's explained to you, so I just don't understand why you're so upset. All we want to do is talk.
That sounds like some. I can smell it. Ain't nobody getting no run, bro. Why is he lying?
What do you want me to tell you? I just want to talk.
Okay, talk. I hear you. Talk.
There's traffic. Can we come inside? Can you come over here to the side of the house so we don't have to yell?
Hell no.
Why?
I know better than that.
Okay.
Hell, matter of fact, I'm gonna take one more step. What the you want, bro?
Okay. All right. I can't have an open discussion. So if you're not coming out here to talk with me, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll just wait until Okay. All right.
They quickly entered a physical struggle with Christopher after attempting to place him into custody. As commands echoed through the home, officers fought to stop things from spiraling further.
We're just going to hang out for a minute. If you want to come talk to us, we'll come inside the house. We'll come inside, whatever you want.
You definitely ain't coming in
well, that's fine. That's fine.
So like I said, I'm going to ask you. I ain't going to say nicely. It's pissing me off. But why are you really...
We've explained it to you.
I don't believe that hitting
Okay. All right. We've explained it to you. Hit and run. We explained it. We got to talk to you. I don't know what else to tell you.
Right now.
All right.
All right, look. Come here. No, come here. Come right here. Come right here.
Chris, I'm not going to keep doing this back and forth thing. If you want to be civil, you and I can talk man to man.
I'm calm.
There's people around. We can't be yelling information, okay? It's private information.
All right, come right here. Come right here. I ain't going to talk bad. Yeah, something ain't adding up here.
I don't understand what you're so mad about.
Because this is like the fourth time y'all done been in my house on some dumb, bro.
Who's been to your house?
Y'all, Marion County. I hate this county.
Okay. Listen. Am I being rude to you?
You represent oppression. So
okay.
What do you want?
Do I represent everybody?
Kinda, yeah. Just like the way y'all see all of us as the same. Yeah, I see all of y'all as the same.
I don't see everybody as the same.
Okay, get to the point, bro.
Okay.
Please get to the point. Because I'm about to step off.
Don't. Look, you can. Nobody said you couldn't go anywhere.
Like I say, I just don't trust you.
Why?
I hate cops. I hate you.
Listen. Can we? Just because you're on a little bit high horse, right? No, high horse. I was a little upset. Can you just come down?
No. Tell me what is going on. I'm trying to keep calm, but y'all, like I said, I'm not stupid, bro. Now, what is?
I don't know who it is. I'm not gonna turn around and look.
It's one of your cars. Look,
okay.
Stop it.
Well, he sees me out here. He's gonna stop.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay. Just one step is all I'm asking. So you're a little bit taller than I am. Okay. All right. So basically, you're under arrest. No, come here.
The confrontation turned dangerous once the officer and Christopher stumbled into the house. Unfortunately, the body cam footage from inside the house was not visibly clear. However, reports describe backup arriving just as the struggle moved indoors. When Christopher grabbed a shotgun that was on the floor, officers immediately fought to pull the weapon away and finally subdue the suspect.
Hit him in the face a few times to get him to.
He was not letting that shotgun go, so
I got rid of the shotgun.
Lucky you didn't shoot him.
The only reason I didn't shoot him was because we were all on top of him and I didn't want Ricochet to hit you.
No, I mean, I'm not saying y'all are wrong for doing it. I'm just saying he's lucky. He's lucky he didn't get shot.
I have everything in there.
Let's just wait.
You can collect your body camera. You're not. I'm just saying, your body camera, you can collect that.
He grabbed a gun.
I'm just saying, I was on my way home.
I would call
It's all right.
I would call LaRock and let her know that happened.
I was on the phone with this way. I think he's talked to her.
I would
The whole thing.
I would confirm because they're in briefing. They probably need to know that a gun got pulled. And
I got it. Well, but if it's Rivera's case, you have Rivera right.
Right. So Rivera's writing a search warrant.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's got battery on Leo. He's got a
I know. I think they'll probably cut him loose from briefing and get a sergeant over here, so that way.
Yeah. I would hope. Well, I left Keith not too long ago.
That's why I'm here.
I know, and I texted Rivera and I said, "Does he have violent history? Does he have weapons?"
Well, is this off?
No, I don't have.
Is yours on?
No, I'm on. Because I was.
He stepped outside, so I won't grab for
Yeah, basically explained to him due to use of force, he had some injuries to his face. Okay. They're here to check you out.
Hey.
What?
How's it going? Where are you hurting at?
What does it look like?
Okay. Where specifically do you hurt?
I can't see straight right now. I think it's like stuck in place.
Okay. What's your name? We're gonna get a blood pressure cuff and an SpO2 probe on you. You want to put a flash in? I'm gonna move my car into the.
Want to take a look at your face real quick? Which eye is it?
My left.
Okay. And then see the one taser probe here on your side? Where's the other one at?
Somewhere in my back. Because they shoot you in the back like cowards.
Any other injuries besides your face and the taser marks?
Not that I feel right now.
Okay.
I think both probes are pretty centrally located to his back.
Okay.
Fucking pussies. What's your name?
It's DeMarco.
DeMarco. You. Are you stupid? Do you hear me? What is your name?
Nope, but you sure are.
What?
You're pretty stupid.
Hey, you your kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Smart. Take that gun and that badge. I'll beat your.
I don't even take nothing.
Prove it.
I don't even take nothing off.
Don't worry.
Listen, these guys are just trying to help you.
No, they are trying to help me. Him.
Yeah.
No, these guys are just trying to help you.
Famous 600 units for 14 seconds.
I feel bad for you, man. You gotta share a county with these parasites.
Alright, you got a bunch more problems, bro.
Oh, somebody kid. Well, I hope you see it too.
It's in my car. Talking about with his stuff in it? You talking about with his stuff in it?
I was going to put the probe in it.
I can grab you another one.
What's in the bag?
His whatever was in his pockets.
What's his name? You got a phone on you? No. Either one of y'all?
No, it was a lighter and some cigarettes.
Do you mind calling my mom?
See you guys. See you later.
Whose car is this?
Mine?
What, you the spare?
Yep. I'm just stored in there.
He's gonna go to CID.
Yep. And I hope he resists.
Hello, hello.
Sorry.
Where's our gentleman at? Has the medics already checked him?
Yes.
I just need some photos of him. What's his name?
He got tased multiple times. I
Okay.
tased him twice, I think, in the backish area.
Okay.
And then I drive stunned him again in the back area. And then I think Michael Downey's tased him once in the back. And then DeMarco did some strikes because he had a gun in his
So his back and then where else?
face.
His face. Back and face are the only
Back
two.
and face.
Okay. You have more gloves aside from that?
I just have this one. I can grab more though.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're gonna have to lift his shirt to see the markings.
Yeah, let me grab my phone.
The taser probes? Is that what you're saying? The markings are mostly on his face.
Okay. Well, but she said the back is.
Okay, if he's like that, we can even wait till we get to the jail and get pictures of him. Him and how he's acting.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. How?
He's not very friendly.
Okay.
They fought over a shot.
How was he? How was he with the medics?
He was okay.
He was nice with them.
With the medics towards the end. At first, he was pretty rowdy. But, like, he wasn't violent towards them.
Hi, Christopher. Hey, I'm Sergeant Rock with the Sheriff's Office. I was hoping I could get some photographs of your injuries, but obviously, given the circumstances, I want to make sure that, cooperation-wise, I don't want anything to escalate any further. If these deputies open this door, I could see from here that you got some injuries to your face, so I definitely want to get some photos of that. If these deputies open the door, you're going to be, chill with us so I can just get a photo of your injuries?
Handcuffs. I
Okay.
don't have a choice.
Okay, well, like I said, I understand things were escalating before. I don't want that to continue, so I just want to make sure if we open the door, there won't be any further issue. I can get the pictures of your injuries, okay? Is that a good deal? Is that okay?
Only because you weren't here.
Okay.
Don't let any of them, especially that there, I don't want him touching you, looking, don't even let him breathe in my direction.
Okay. All right, well.
Don't wag your head.
All right, well, with that being said, we'll just
Tough
handle
guy.
it. We'll just handle it at the jail, okay? You can roll the window up. We can do it at the jail. That's.
This way.
Oh, somebody your kids.
Do you have anything clear?
Yes, sir.
Get over
Yeah, you could just take them out.
CID.
Take him to jail.
No, they can interview me.
And we haven't asked any questions about the incident yet. Okay. Well, I did ask him. Yeah, I did ask Walton. I said, "Where's your involvement?" And he said that he got here and he heard them fighting inside the house and he ran up. So he may have seen the taser. Okay. But that's it.
Standing right here in the doorway. I said, Christopher, look, you're a little hot. I said, just do me a favor. So you're a big guy than I am. Just step down this step right here. So let's just talk.
Okay.
So he steps on this sound, and then we're talking a little bit. I'm waiting to see, trying to get a good opportunity, and all of a sudden Kilo starts pulling up, and he starts kind of like backing up, and I was like, ah. So that's when I went for his arm.
Okay.
He goes inside, pulls me inside.
So he's like right here when you go for his arm?
Right here when I go for his arm.
Okay.
Pulls me inside, slams the door, then he takes his body, and he's body blocking the door. I have no clue how, but I was able to get him away from the door, open the door, and then that's when Kaylee and I came in. The three of us are then struggling here.
Okay.
Then we get down the hallway, and all of a sudden I see him reach his left arm out, grab someone. I have no clue what he grabbed. And so then we go past the couch for tussling. Kaylee tases him at some point. I don't remember exactly where, but I don't think it was effective.
Okay.
I end up, because I don't know what he grabbed, so I'm to be honest with you, I had him in a neck hold.
Okay.
And so at some point, yeah, I think she tased him. They got him turned around, so we pushed him to the ground. And that's when we see the shotgun that's now on the couch up over there was actually on the ground. And he's reaching for it. DeMarco comes in, and that's when we yell gun. DeMarco's giving him complaints, strikes, whatever they're called. Ineffective. He still got a hand on the gun. So I pull my tase out and give him a shot in the back, and that's when he was able to put his hands on his back.
Okay. So it's just the one deployment for you.
One deployment for me and one deployment for Kaylee.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That's it, man. Are you good? Do you have any injuries? Or
I'm good. I don't have any injuries. We touched. I think my arm's a little stiff from the cold weather, so I should be fine.
Okay. Do you want the hospital medics, first report of injury, anything like that? You're okay? All right. No other. You checked yourself though. No other injuries on you, like cuts or scrapes or anything?
No, I should be good. We were just tussling, so.
Okay. All right. Very good.
Is Josh taking him over to jail?
Yeah.
Good. He'll get a slew of new charges on top of his human trafficking charge and go to prison and we'll come back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, the guy we're looking for in that little silver Maxima, was it?
Remember when I pulled over that car with the girl in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Nice. That's right. I told you right before that. And they went. They ran with it.
Yeah, and they arrested him.
Yep.
He did not like me for some reason. I thought he was really nice.
He's very, very nice. I think he saw people.
Oh yeah, this is a call. That's a call. We were. Yeah.
And they just didn't like you after that. And I was like, okay, well, he likes me. Let me get
So
closer
I guess
to
you're the holding for a
house.
search warrant?
Yeah.
So I started privacy log. I did all that.
All right.
Lytle wants Rivera to interview him first, so he's going to go to jail and interview him and then write the search warrant.
Oh my goodness. So we'll be here for a while.
Yeah. Because I asked him, I told him we were holding him for the search warrant, and he said Lytle wants him to interview him.
Well, I think Hardigan. I'm gonna call Lytle because Hardigan was with him. One of them can do the warrant. One can do the interview.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Good.
Hardigan's writing the search warrant and doing everything, but he's got to put some of his statement into the.
Are we all off?
By the early hours of January 17th, deputies had secured the residence while investigators continued processing evidence tied to the confrontation and arrest operation.
The Marion County Sheriff's Office. How are you, sir?
I'd like to say I'm okay, but you know.
Were you the one that showed up at the house yesterday I talked to before we left?
Yes.
All right. Listen, we're back at the house. We have a search warrant for the residence. Do you have a key to the house? Because we don't want to kick in this door.
Yes, I got one.
Can you come over here and open the door for us?
Sure. I live in, so it'll probably take me. My I guess it's probably about 15 minutes.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm driving.
All right. Yes, sir.
2019 Ford.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're all waiting for you. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll
Have
be
a
there
good.
shortly.
All right. Bye. Hey, how you doing, Dad?
I keep wanting to say I'm okay, but it's all
Yeah, I know. That's a crazy. Let me ask you a question.
I understand.
Did you go in the house last night after we left?
Yes, I did.
Did you take the shotgun? That was on the couch?
It's still in.
Okay. Which key opens the door?
It's two different keys open the door. Let's see here. They're right here on the ring with the black key. This is the mirror. Turn it back on. This one, I believe, opens the.
Which one opens the back door? There's two different.
Yeah, it won't open. The back door won't open.
This door right here?
No, it won't open. You have to open it from the inside.
So how do you get in the house?
Through the front door.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That door.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
that
this
one,
key?
Yeah, well, one of them opened the top locker. I believe, let me see now. Let me think. The newer key opens the gold lock. And this one opens the silver lock up top.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This one is the top and this one is the bottom.
All right, cool. All right. Just hang out right here. We'll be back, okay? Marion County Sheriff's Office, anybody here make yourself known? Marion County Sheriff's Office, anybody here make yourself known? Ready?
You gotta say search warrant.
Search warrant. Ready?
As the investigation continued into January 21st, detectives continued processing evidence tied to the arrest operation and the allegations that first brought deputies to Christopher's residence. Christopher was taken to the Marion County Jail, where he was held without bond on multiple charges tied to the investigation and the confrontation during his arrest. The charges included allegations involving online communications with a minor, harmful electronic material sent to a juvenile, use of electronic devices during the investigation, striking a law enforcement officer, and resisting deputies during the arrest operation. Detectives also continued reviewing evidence and investigating the possibility of additional victims connected to the case.